Previously on the Rings of Power.
Send the army to Eregion this moment.
That will not be possible. Our armies cannot defeat both Adar and Sauron.
Why?
It's the double chunk chocolate cookie. That's a ba-ba-ba-boom!
It's like one of my Japanese enemies.
We begin on everyone's favorite character, Arondir, who has found a pair of cowardly orcs who just want to live their lives and don't want to join in the fight.
I don't care what they call us. Anything's better than dying to help Adar chase a ghost.
They then teleport behind him and die. But at least he loots a map which starts a quest from their corpse, so I guess he's going to Eregion. Speaking of which, our battered wife Celebrimbor has gone full crazy go nuts.
Why do you still defy me? What pride is woven in your inmost self that you resist my hand? What is your name again, Smith?
You don't remember?
Of course I remember.
Lord Celebrimbor.
Give me a moment, I said!
Oh, no worries, Celebrimbor. I got you covered. Her name's Little Galadriel. It's simple and easy to remember. Even though gaslighting isn't real, Sauron has been messing with him just for fun, like hiding his tools and then putting them in different places.
Earlier, I could have sworn I left my creasing hammer. Just here.
You mean that hammer?
Hey, that's pretty sneaky, sis, and kind of sounds like fun. But it is a very silly thing for him to do because it is far easier to corrupt rings if he isn't wasting Mithril like this. But trouble's afoot.
Now, what seems to be at issue?
Show him.
Show me what?
No new people have come into Eregion for days, and the guards they sent out to check all died, apart from the one guy that washed up in the river with the words, "Where is he?" carved into his chest. So I guess that means everything's okay. Don't send out any ravens or messages begging for help from Lyndon or anything, sending them out in all different directions. Just ignore the orc wag right outside your city. You can even see the smoke rising from their camps. Yeah, this is totally fine. We return to the Black Pearl. Elizabeth Swan has been forced to dine with Captain Barbossa.
And the apple's one of those next.
Wait, what show is this again? Adar's dinner party is going great. No one's brought any politics to the dinner table, but then Galadriel drops the hard R.
What help could you possibly provide, Orc?
You need to leave. It's disgusting.
Uruk, I can help you destroy Sauron. It is said the 3 elven rings saved your kind from fading. Together, this crown and your rings would be powerful enough to truly destroy Sauron forever.
Now, this show seems to have forgotten that this information should not be available to Adar. Like, how could he know about the 3 elven rings at all? Sauron came to him after he left Eregion, and the plan was to make 2, but he didn't know when or even if they would craft them. He then returned to Eregion and became Annatar. So who or when was Adar informed about the affairs of the Elven Kingdom exactly?
Halbrand is Sauron, isn't he?
If Adar knew this, then this totally destroys his character. I mean, more so than already. Why would he let Halbrand go if he knew he was Sauron? Why would he let him go if he knew he can just stab him and reduce him to a puddle using Morgoth's crown? Why not just keep doing that and have a couple of the orc boys keep stabbing the puddle every couple of years? Or at least keep him prisoner when he came to surrender to you in Mordor. Why would you let him go so he can go gain power and influence and create rings? This makes even less than 0 sense, and I'm losing my mind.
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
So it's good that we return to Gondor, Numenor. Isildur's sister is feeling pretty silly because her direct actions have led to her father being sentenced to death until he dies, in the most painful way that Numenor can imagine.
If the faithful wish to live by the old traditions, they ought to die by them as well.
By feeding him to the kraken. Hold up, they can just summon krakens now?
Release the kraken!
Does that mean that they summoned the kraken in Season 1 that destroyed the boat that Halbrand was on to prevent refugees from reaching Numenor? Legally not Gandalf is receiving training from a mysterious old hermit, but he sees a vision of his friends being tortured just to get at him. Now where have I seen this before?
How do I learn to master its power? To fight back against the darkness?
You will know when you are calm.
Nope. Can't think of anything. Must be a certified original Amazon idea. Do not steal. Back to the desert hobbits. Heaven help us.
This Smeal, I was born in it. I married my Bramgar in its shadow. Every one of these Smeals has a story like that.
Then a Shlami shows up with a bunch of Schleem.
I always wondered how plumbuses got made.
This is just getting beyond parody at this point. Why can't they just talk normal in this show, or at least fantasy normal? But at least Poppy is having a good time, keeping herself busy by milking her special friend Snake. Jesus, is he okay? What has this fluid druid done to him?
Snake, what's wrong? Answer me, please! Snake? Snake!
Snake, are you okay? Snake?
She then goes on to criticize his stinky lizard breath.
Do you have lizard for supper?
Why do you ask?
When she herself is literally eating the bugs.
You did it! We'll eat for days!
Tom then takes the grand elf to go find his Gand.
Dark Wizard found his staff, and now the time has come for you to find yours.
In the forest of sticks.
But there are so many. One could spend months searching out there.
Just pick one, or if they disintegrate after use, take like 20 and go rescue your friends. This is not Gandalf's quest to find the perfect stick. Is he a dog?
You have all the time you need, unless there is somewhere else you wish to be.
Nori. Shoot.
I can't keep the vision out of my head. They're my friends. I gotta help them.
Unless I find her soon, she will die. Both of them will die.
But Han and Leia will die if I don't.
Once I know that she's safe, I could return to you.
Promise to return and finish what I've begun. You have my word.
No, you cannot.
Holy shit, this is so shameless. Do they even have a single original idea?
Many that die deserve life. Some that live deserve death. Who are you to give it to them?
Well, apparently not. What's really annoying about this quote is that the phrase was originally used to teach Frodo the meaning of mercy, but the show's just using it here for another cheap reference, as if choosing between your friends and a fucking stick is a real choice. The dwarves are digging deep, and the king is getting greedy. But look at all that loot.
Whoa.
Yeah, just on the floor, that's fine. Don't leave it in the carts or anything. He's much too rich for tables.
He summoned me, father.
No, he did.
Sauron has now teleported to Khazad-dûm.
And 7 serve you well.
Because he needs another hit of Mithril. But so sorry, Barbie girl, the Dwarf King wants more than he has to offer.
We need more.
The answer is no.
Wait, was he about to summon Mini Diablo from the brazier right there?
Farewell.
But do not worry, my son. They'll be back. Have you gone mad? The whole world's gone mad, my son. Take off the ring.
I'll get his head! I'll get his head! Then he's left us no choice. The dwarf on that throne is not your father. We'll lay our bodies in front of that mine ourselves if we have to.
Looks like Evil Disa is also back on the menu. Last season she was straight up suggesting treason.
We will rule this mountain and all others before our time is done. That Mithril belongs to us.
I was wondering where that character went.
Durin.
Talking about humiliating him, about destroying him.
Howley knows he's twice the father to me my own ever was.
Wait, what was that about her dad? Where is he, by the way?
Durin! Durin!
You are to be cast into the sea to face trial by Abyss. They are summoning the sea worm as we speak.
Well, I guess that confirms that they can just summon the kraken any time and place they want. That's a bit odd, innit? But oh no for little sis, as she has to face the consequences of her own action, and she doesn't like it.
His offer of mercy still stands.
It is hardly mercy to ask a man to set his integrity aflame.
After everything this family has lost, I cannot lose you two.
Dumb bitch.
And sorry, Elendil, it looks like she's got a new daddy.
King said you'd say that. Said your hatred for him had become hatred for me.
And I really do feel bad for his actor. He's been dialing his sad faces up to 11, but there's only so much you can do with this dialogue.
If it is the will of the Valar that my life be spared, then it will be. The sea is always right.
Who said the secret word? The sea is
always right!
The sea is always right!
The dwarf boys have a mining job to do, but too bad for them because they have never encountered the power of a strong, independent woman before who don't need no man, and she's going to stop them all by herself without the help of her husband.
Sir, we're here on orders from the king, so please move.
Why can't you just be normal?
Is that meant to frighten us off?
No, they are.
And apparently she can just summon bats that don't go after her? I guess that's a power she has now? What is going on with this show?
Do you forsake all earthly authority and accept the judgment of the Valar?
I accept their judgment.
Throw him in!
Release him! I have the right to face the Valar's judgment in his place.
Is this true?
I think that's a great idea! Grab the stone!
So it shall be!
Saucer in the ocean!
Queen Muriel then tries to take the third oath of Dagon.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
But too bad for hungry caterpillar sea kraken, because he also didn't realize that he was up against a strong, independent woman who don't need no man.
Innocent! Queen of the sea!
Oh boy, here it comes.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, you know, spoiler alert, but at some point in this story, Alfazaron's going to literally capture Sauron because he's having too much of a giggle. That's actually real, I'm serious. But will Rangs of Power be brave enough to show that scene? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. It's finally time to attack Eregion, and Glug, yes, that's actually his name,
It's strange. Maybe. Who am I to judge?
hands the war horn to Adar, which means...
Our town is under siege.
Did you really think I would attempt to challenge the might of Sauron with a single legion?
Build more farms.
Sauron then teleports back to Eregion because it's dinner time, but oh no, Celebrimbor has burnt the roast, which means someone needs to put him in his place.
How fares your progress?
But our girl has had enough and she's about to escape.
I've had quite enough of you telling me where I belong!
So Sauron has to use some mind control love bomb tomfoolery
We still have 9 rings to forge.
to make him like see unicorns or some shit.
Be at ease. Mithril ore, refined to a powder by Narvi himself.
Anyway, since you're watching this show on your second screen, don't worry, I understand. Sauron didn't really sneakily steal Mithril from Khazad-dûm, even though he can teleport around like Durin, so that begs the question, what is in this jar he claims is Mithril? I wonder what it could be. But no time for pondering that now, because Sauron's master plan has come to fruition and is finally revealed. Step 1, arouse Galadriel. Step 2, neglect Celebrimbor emotionally. Step 3, negotiate Mithril. Step 4, allow Eregion to burn. Step 5, take the 9. Step 6, attract men. And finally, Step 7, Rangs to rule them all.
What the hell are you talking about, dude? I'm talking about the
Annatar.
the system.
I think it's fair to say that episode 6 has been the worst episode of the entire show. I mean, at least so far, but can it get worse? You'll have to tune in to next week to find out.